Let's start with the freak off. How we get there? Tell them about the freak off, Diddy Jr. Diddy Jr., tell them about the freak off. Tell them about the freak off. He don't care about these kids. All he care about is doing drugs, drinking alcohol, and these hoes. That's what you care about. So let's go. Let's go.
Wait a minute, not Neyo getting exposed by both his ex-girlfriend and baby mama for being a baby oil king? Child, get in here, cause just when we thought this Diddy saga couldn't get any worse, Neyo has also been incriminated after a video went viral of his baby mama exposing him for being at Diddy's freak-off parties. And get this, Neyo was allegedly not just blowing the backside of women at them freak-offs, he was bending over the men too and oiling them up with that Johnson & Johnson. To make things even worse, his girlfriend Monyetta also said that Neyo has been a raging freak-off addict for decades now. And that's actually why she left him. She could just never keep up to his addiction, and that's when she knew she had to clock out. Not only that, but his infamous polygamous relationship is just a facade to hide his love for that boy, but now, as y'all know, ever since Diddy got arrested, a whole lot of names have been coming up. And at this point, it's looking like everybody and their mama was at them freak-off parties, including none other than Neyo. This one was a little bit surprising though, because Neyo is already in a polygamous relationship. So you'd think he'd be satisfied with the little three-way freak-offs he'd been having with his women. But apparently that ain't enough to keep him satisfied, cause word on the street is, he was also spreading cheeks at Diddy's freak-off parties. And the worst part of it all, he was caught on tape doing so. These rumors started going around when a video of his baby mama Sade accusing him for being a regular participant at Diddy's freak-off parties started resurfacing on the internet. She even went as far as labeling Neyo as Diddy Jr. Child, her calling this man Diddy Jr. is crazy. Like, can y'all imagine how many times he had to attend them parties for her to be calling him that? According to Sade, Neyo was not just freaking off with women. He was also diving into men, and sometimes he'd have his own private freak-offs in the house while his kids were home. But it wasn't just the freak-offs that was going down. She said Neyo and the people he was doing it with were loaded with all kinds of substances. And people believe that the substance in question was the infamous pink that Diddy was exposed to giving to people at his parties. This is a special kind of crack, and apparently it gets people so high they could freak off all night without getting tired.
Tell them the real you. Tell them the real you. And while we're here today, y'all, guess what? Over what? Over what? Because he want over the house while his kids is here. Why this nigga has to have and alcohol, mushrooms, and in the house while his kids are here. Everyone has asked him to stop, but he will not listen to nobody. This is what's going on. This is the tea. While the bitch in the house, I asked him not to bring no bitch in the house. I even came over here to help him with these kids because he won't watch these kids. How did we get there? Let's go. Since we on live, let's go there. Let's start with the freak off. How we get there? Tell them about the freak off, Diddy Jr. Diddy Jr., tell them about the freak off. Tell them about the freak off. Tell them the truth. Tell these people the truth. Oh, shut the f***. Don't give a f*** none of these kids. Do y'all see a picture in this house of a kid? He don't care about these kids. All he care about is doing drinking alcohol and what you care about. So let's go. I'm a Diddy bop the f*** out of here. You and your freak off. You can get back to your freak off in a minute. You'll be next. You'll be next. You'll be next. You'll be next. Your stories will be coming out next. You know what the f*** going on. You know, how was Braden conceived? Let's start there.
So as for that pink crack I was talking about, Jaguar Wright actually came out to explain how this works, and y'all cannot believe what she had to say. Apparently, it's a mixture of different drugs, including Viagra, and any other substance you can think of. It's supposed to help those take it to party and freak off for long hours without feeling a thing. And if y'all remember, it was also revealed in Diddy's indictment that these freak-offs would go on for days. Well, for those of y'all wondering where they got that stamina, it was from that pink crack.
Wait, the Tusi.
Yeah, the Tusi. That's what they got.
I found out. I talked to my guy because I wanted to be informed. Because people was calling it Tusi, that's calling it the Tunchi. I didn't know which one it was. So I talked to my guy, and my guy filled me in. And then it made perfect sense. Tusi.
Talk to him.
With Jaguar.
Let's talk.
education.
101.
So 2C is the, but they take the ketamine and cook it up. And they fold it into the. Now, if you don't know what ketamine is what they call on the street special K. It's a veterinary, it's a horse tranquilizer. Now, gay men have been using this for years. See, back in the day, if you went to a gay party or a gay rave, there were certain you will always find on hand. Viagra, ecstasy, special K, and now see, the can keep you up all night, but unfortunately, it gives you limp noodle because of what the blood flow is. So you wants to fuck with a half-hard. So that's why you have the Viagra to make sure that the involuntarily stays hard while you're numbing yourself with the. Now see, the caffeine, that's a horse tranquilizer, so that relaxes all your muscles. You could get by 80-ton gorillas. You wouldn't feel a thing. So now, your is gonna stay hard. You numbed up and you high. You got the caffeine in you, so you don't feel. And then you add the ecstasy to put in the feeling that you've now blocked out, and now you got a party.
Freak off cocktail.
Yeah. So now, the 2C, they done skipped. They done skipped all the steps. They condensed it. So you got the in there, and then you got the in there, and they say that some of the dealers add the ecstasy in there. Now the Viagra, you still gotta take that solo. But with the 2C, you got all of that. The gay cocktail.
Oh.
Off cocktail in the one thing. And the reason why it's pink is because they put the food coloring in it. They think, he said he think they got it from the Breaking Bad. You remember how they was making them, and they made it a special color. So they done that with the 2C.
Wow.
It's the food coloring.
You think that?
As if you need more. When did high not get high enough? Like, I'm trying to understand.
Yeah, to the point where you have to fly it across, like, I need that here tonight. Can you get that here? Like, no.
I need that here. You got 3 drinks, powerful and food coloring.
Okay.
You are numb. You are wired. You pop that Viagra. You a f***ing machine. You anything. You a brick wall, wouldn't even feel it.
But that wasn't all, y'all. Sade also went to reveal that these freak-off parties that Neyo hosts in his house actually happen every day, not just a few times a week. Every single day. She even went as far as telling him to come out the closet and live in his truth instead of making everybody think he's a good father, when he's actually a dead who's getting his cheek slapped in front of his kids.
He got security calling the police for him. So he could come here and have a freak off. That's what the you do every mother night. You're a fucking weirdo. You got a 13-year-old girl upstairs, but you running around here with holding their hand, and you don't even hold your kid's hand. Hold your kid's hand. Oh my God, Schaefer, please stop. Please, Schaefer, please, bro. Oh my God, you gotta tell the truth. Just tell these people the truth about who you are. Live in your truth. Just live in your truth, bro. Oh my God, bro. Man, the whole industry is definitely weird as man. Weird as the shit I be witnessing is just insane. You really, you hurt yourself every day. I'm just doing shit. You ain't gonna do for me. Wish you would tell the story about the freak off, but you wanna play games. Damn right I popped up. I'm sick of this. Come here at 9 o'clock, he's screaming, kid, go to sleep, so he can have these come over, drink, smoke, do drugs, and out of here. Just watch your kids. You do that every day when you're not here. Every day when you're not here. You was just loud.
People also couldn't help but notice how much of a head that Neyo looked like in that video. His hair was shaved off, he looked miserable, and he could barely let out a word to defend himself. He genuinely looked like he was still high on that pink. Oh, but this mess was still far from over, because after she spilled all this tea, people started speculating that the reason why Neyo is even in a polygamous relationship and is always seen with multiple women is probably because he's DL. People feel like DL men have the tendency to overdo heterosexual things, and apparently, Neyo having this many women in his life is an example of that. These rumors got even worse when people found out that his addiction to Diddy's freak-offs was actually the reason his ex-girlfriend Monyetta, who he reportedly was dating from 2009 to 2013, left him. At some point during this relationship, Monyetta realized there was nothing she could do to match up to his raging addiction to freaking off. So she packed up her things and left and never looked back. Just like Sade, Monyetta said Neyo would ask for these little freak-offs every day. According to an interview she did after she broke up with Neyo, she said she knew he was into industry freak-offs, but she still agreed to date him because she thought they were only gonna be indulging a few times a year. However, not too long after they were together, she realized she'd have to do it almost every day, and that's when she had to clock out for their relationship and run for the hills. She said, "We cheated together, if that makes sense. We did things together. It's not cheating if you're involved with it." And then it just wasn't enough for him. I was like, well, no, I didn't sign up to do this every day. It became a problem when he wanted that a lot, she said. I was like, if you want to do that, then you don't want me. I tried to keep it cute and spicy, but it wasn't enough. But it is what it is. This whole situation is a mess, y'all. And if what Sade is saying about Neyo is true, then the police need to be looking into him as well, especially since he was doing all this around his kids. As usual, people had their own thoughts about this. Like this person who said, she said he's throwing freak-off parties at his own house while his kids are there, and yet she tolerated it? What woman allows their children to be exposed to that evil? That doesn't say anything good about her. She actually can't call Neyo out without exposing herself. Neyo is one person I just assumed was there by default anyway. Another person said, damn, she knew about the freak-offs and Neyo's participation and still had a child with him? Sounds like you was part of the freak-offs too, love. But now I want to know your thoughts. What do y'all think about Neyo getting exposed? And do y'all think he should also be investigated for having them freak-offs around his kids? Y'all been knew what to do. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. And don't forget to click here to watch this other very messy video.